Well, that was fast. Ben Simmons just got kicked out of practice by Philadelphia 76ers head coach Doc Rivers in just his second practice. Man, I can't with this guy Ben Simmons. Before we get on to this news, man, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit that like button, and turn on the bell. With all that being said, let's get into this story. Okay, so I know we all just got that same Woj bomb. Sixers coach Doc Rivers threw Ben Simmons out of practice today, and the suspension came shortly thereafter, sources tell ESPN. So I guess Ben Simmons really wasn't trying, because in these clips you can literally see Ben Simmons has a phone in his pocket. Dude is literally playing basketball with a phone in his pocket. Simmons' reluctance to physically and mentally engage with the Sixers since his return has been a consistent theme, sources tell ESPN. Simmons was tossed early in practice, essentially for a refusal to participate in the next stage of session. So basically, Ben Simmons says flip it, and he didn't want to do anything or have anything to do with the Sixers. And even by just looking at these clips, you can clearly tell Ben Simmons, seems like he doesn't want to be there, and he seems like he just wants to go home, and he's just there right now to not be fined, kind of like Marshawn Lynch. There's also been clips of Joel Embiid. Right after the practice, he got questioned about Ben Simmons and if he cares about him or not, and here's the response.
Go ahead, guys. Hey, Joe, what happened with Ben today in practice?
What did they say it was suspended for?
Conduct detrimental.
There you go. I have nothing to say. Like I've always said, I focus on the guys that are here. But the one thing I'll say is that, since he's been back, nothing has really changed. The guys, we've been having fun, sharing the ball, moving the ball, focus on the guys that want to be here and, that want to play, that want to be part of this. But I do think, the year is going to be fun. I like the guys that we have, humble.
Are you disappointed that he hasn't bought back in yet at this point with the way they're...
At this point, I don't care about that man, honestly. He does whatever he wants. That's not my job. That's those guys' jobs. I'm only focused on trying to make the team better, win some games, play hard every night, try to lead, the guys that we have here. And I'm sure they feel the same way because, I can't...
Clearly, Joel Embiid doesn't care about Ben Simmons, and I wouldn't either, to be honest, because, to be completely honest, Ben Simmons is being selfish right now. Can you blame the guy? Again, I don't know his real situation. We're just fans on the outside looking in, so we can't really, fully, say that he's in the wrong for this. Obviously, the Philadelphia 76ers organization could be in the wrong for this, but to the public eye right now, this is a bad look for Ben Simmons, for being kicked out of practice, for not wanting to participate in the drills, having his phone in his pocket, being very lackadaisical, not even, paying attention, as you guys could have seen in the clips. It's a bad look on Ben Simmons. No team that he's going to get traded to is going to want to have him on the team. They're going to think it's a distraction, and to be honest, I don't think that Ben Simmons is going to get the money he really wants going on into the future. But as for Joel Embiid's response, he's straightforward, very straightforward person. Joel Embiid doesn't care. He's a troll. But it seems like he was very serious in these, when he was talking about Ben Simmons. He doesn't care. Here's a little interesting stat that, I found. Sixers have fined Ben Simmons $1.4 million for missed preseason games, along with additional fines for missing practices, meetings, and workouts. So I think Ben Simmons is here right now just so he doesn't get fined more. I know 1.4 million sounds like a lot, but to Ben Simmons, that's, it's really nothing to him. But at least he's even at practice right now, but obviously he kind of got forced to being there. Ben Simmons does not want to be there. Apparently the full story was something, I remember Woj tweeting about it. Coach Doc Rivers was like, Ben, if you're not gonna, participate fully, just go home. And apparently Ben Simmons just dropped the basketball and literally went home, went to the locker room and went home. That's a story being reported right now. So, the interesting part is yesterday, there was a story came out that Tobias Harris said that Ben Simmons wasn't a distraction at practice yesterday, and that Ben Simmons was, it wasn't really all that Ben Simmons wasn't trying. So from Tobias Harris saying that yesterday and to the stuff we're hearing today, it can be kind of confusing, but if Doc Rivers kicked him out, man, that's a pretty big, story and sad story, and it doesn't look like the Sixers are going to trade him right now. There was another report out that said that, they're not going to move Simmons for role players. They're only going to move him if they can find a trade for another championship contender, but I don't think they're going to get that because it just wouldn't, no one's going to want to trade for Simmons right now. He can't shoot. His confidence is at an all-time low right now. And man, this is a pretty weird and interesting story. It reminds me of the Kyrie Irving situation, but the Kyrie Irving situation is still different. Kyrie's choosing because of the whole vaccine and everything, so I guess that's part of his beliefs. Ben Simmons is just being petty right now and doesn't want to be on the team at all. But we'll see what happens going forward. Ben Simmons is officially suspended. I'm not sure for how long. They just said he's suspended from practices, and he's suspended for the first, official game, which is probably tomorrow if you're watching this video. So if you're a Sixers fan, this is sad news. You most likely 100% will not see Ben Simmons play tomorrow, and it's going to be interesting. How many games will Ben Simmons miss this season, or do you expect him to be traded? It could go either way, to be honest, but I don't see Ben Simmons staying on the Sixers as a long-term plan. But if you're a Philly fan right now, it's a sad time for you. It's not like Ben Simmons had a bad year last year. His stats kind of stayed the same, but, he played decent in the playoffs. Yes, he didn't play up to expectations, and he didn't, his confidence level goes clearly down, but I still don't think that he's a bad player. This whole offseason, he didn't go to practices. He didn't want to be participating with the team. But it's just a very weird situation right now. But this is going to end out the video, man. If you guys enjoy this video, I know it's a little different than the Ball family videos, but I'm going to try to make more NBA videos in general because it's kind of just one-dimensional if I kept making Jello videos. But with all that being said, man, subscribe, hit that like button, comment down below your thoughts on this situation. Is Ben Simmons being petty? What are your honest thoughts about Ben Simmons right now? If you're in his situation, would you do that or would you not? Because I know I wouldn't. I would go upon this a completely different situation. But, I'm not an NBA player at the end of the day. It's his decision. But with all that being said, man, subscribe and I'm out. Peace.